Hi guys, John from P&P Campers. Just going to do a handover video on your leisuredrive VW. So starting on the bonnet, got the air filter on the left hand side, power steering fluid reservoir here at the front, brake fluid attached to the servo down the back just there, engine oil tops up from this cap here at the front, and then you've got the dipstick to check the oil down here with the orange top. The washer fluid goes in through this reservoir at the front, and then your engine coolant goes in here. Your engine battery sits underneath this cover just inside there, so you just need to literally undo this little screw here, and then you'll have access to that. I think that's about it for under the bonnet. Your actual fuel filler is just in here, so you open it up like that. So you have to have the door open in order to open that up, because it won't open up otherwise, it won't go past the door. Oh, in fact, actually that's not, my bad, that's the Mercedes that are like that, so you can open that one up, but there you go. So you unlock the diesel cap just like that, nice and easy. That goes over like that. Sliding door, so there's no lock on the, no like sort of Fiamma lock or anything like that on the sliding door. Awning right above your head there as well, so you basically pop your awning winder into this side, wind it out to as far as you want to, drop the legs down, put your pegs through the feet of the legs, making sure that the feet are flat, and that's it. That's all you need to do, and then the same for putting it away, nice and easy. And the awning winder is somewhere, I will point that out to you when I see it. So just carry on now so I can show you sort of in the cab. So you've got electric windows in this particular vehicle, so this is your left hand, so your near side, and your right hand. You've got your lights over here on the right hand side, so that's your side lights, and then your main lights beeping because the door's open. You've also got headlight aim sort of assist there, so you can choose how high or low your headlights aim. 5-speed manual gearbox. Reverse is lift up, over and up to the top left. Fan settings, temperature on the left, speed, and the actual fan setting itself as to where the actual air goes. Single DIN Panasonic head unit, nice and reliable. Steering wheel has got the horn in the middle, so you basically push down into the middle there and you get the horn working. Flash, so full beam, and your indicators are on the left hand stalk, and then washers and wipers are on the right. This little dial at the top basically determines how slow or how fast the intermittent part of your wipers is, so you can choose slow or fast. But yeah, that's about it. Obviously the seats in this particular vehicle lay down to make up the beds, so yeah, really easy to actually use. So we've got the fridge vents here on the outside, so to get these off, push down in these little holes and then just literally pull out like that. So you do that on both of them if you want to use the fridge. Nice and easy. This part here is actually the exhaust part of the fridge. All right, so take these off if you are going to use the fridge. It just makes it much better circulation for the fridge itself, so it get quite a lot colder. But this is where the actual hot air will come out. So if you had your fridge lit up on gas, then you would feel the hot air coming out from here. So that's that. The hookup point is just here, so if you're at home or in your campsite, wherever, want to use your hookup point, that's where that is. That'll give you access to your plug sockets and things like that, or your fridge on 240, all that kind of stuff. Carry on round. So straight away you'll notice, oh here you go, this is where the awning winder sits, just in here with this little clip. So straight away you'll notice this plug down here. I believe that is the plug for your charger. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that is what it is. So basically when you plug your van in or hook up, the charger inside the cupboard just here, which I'll show you, switches itself on. So that is, where are we? Let me jump in so I can see. Okay, so actually that's the plug there for your charger. So it runs down inside here. It's basically just a charger from Halfords, but they're brilliant. So essentially what happens is you plug your van in on hookup, and then this charger automatically turns itself on, and then starts to charge your leisure battery up. So yeah, nice and easy. Your hookup has a RCD and 2 MCBs as well. So basically, if you plug this dodgy plug into one of your sockets around the van, the RCD on the left-hand side there would be tripped down. I have checked that as part of the hab check, and it is working exactly how it should. So it was all safe as it is at the moment, and you know, I've got no reason to think that it wouldn't be for a long time after this. You've also got a solar panel in this van, so you don't need to press any buttons, but basically all that is telling you that you've got full charge in your battery, because it's at 100%. Yeah, you know, there's 2 wires going up to the battery and 2 wires coming down from the solar panel. So even if you don't have a hookup cable plugged into the van, this leisure battery is always going to be being charged up. So you shouldn't run into any issues with low charge or anything like that. So the other way is, you know, if your engine's running, you've got a split charger in this van. So basically what it means is that you start the engine up, and then the engine battery is being charged from the alternator, obviously. But then in turn, the leisure battery will be also being charged at the same time. So yeah, they're really, really good. So you've got 3, in this van, you've got 3 separate ways to charge this leisure battery. So, you know, like I say, you won't run into any low power problems for a long, long time. So next part, probably your actual control panel. So you've got a Zig unit in here. So up says car, and down says caravan. You want it on caravan nearly all the time. Car is only for if you sort of, well, 1 or 2 reasons. You could have it up on car and then plug your hookup cable in, and that will start to charge your car battery, your engine battery. But it's not really advised to do that. So if you know, are desperate to get a little bit of power inside the van for whatever reason, and your leisure battery is totally empty, then you can use the car battery just for a minute. But obviously just make sure, well, you know, remember that if you use your car battery and drain it out, then you're not going to be able to start your van up. So just bear that in mind. It's very unusual you have to use the car side. So down on caravan is where you want it, really. So that means your leisure battery. And if you see there, I've not got a cable plugged into the van at the moment, but I've got 13.5 volts in the leisure battery. Now that is, you know, a normal resting voltage for a leisure battery is 12 or 12.5 volts. So to have it there with no cable plugged in is fantastic, really, because of that solar panel. So yeah, so really good on that. Pump, lights and aux. So at the moment I can go around and all of the lights will work because I've got the light switch on, and I'm down towards caravan. So as soon as you choose either one of these, car or caravan, obviously like I said, you want to keep it on caravan, then everything like this, all your 12 volt points, all of your lights and everything like that will come to life. These Zig units are really, really good as well because they're so simple. If you switch your pump on one day and then, you know, find that it doesn't work, just literally put a little screwdriver in here or whatever that fit in that, unscrew it, and just make sure that your fuse in there isn't broken, because they all just match up to the symbol above them. Same with your lights. Just double check that. Obviously let us know, but you know, because they're so simple, you can just literally pop a screwdriver in it and check it yourself if you want to. But yeah, so pop those on, first thing you're going to want to do. And then if you want to use your water, come into this locker here. I'll just show you where I am, under the sink. Come into this locker here, just make sure that you got some water in your fresh tank here. So there's water in there. The pump itself sits inside the tank, just draws water up through there, up under the sink to the tap, and that's it. That's all it does. It just goes straight out under the ground, under the van, sorry. So you know, unless you're going to be able to be somewhere that you can just literally run the water straight out onto the floor, then you need to get a little roll-away waste tank. So just literally pop it underneath the van. The pipe that's there is basically just the bottom of that, and you can see it straight away when you get under the van. So if you just pop your roll-away underneath, you know, literally just use your water and it'll just pour straight into the waste tank underneath, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And like I said, unless you're on if you're on a bit of grass somewhere, then I'm sure it'll be okay to just sort of let it come out onto the floor. It's not like you're going to be having showers and stuff, is it? So Yeah, so that's that. That's your waste and your fresh. So basically, if you want to empty that out and clean it, it's literally just a case of taking this bungee cord off, taking the pump out from the top, and that's it. Filling it up, cleaning it, whatever, emptying it. That's it. Really, really easy. Submersible pump inside the tank. That's it. Easy peasy. Right, so that's your sink. You've also got a piezo ignitioned couple of burners up here. So what that essentially means is you've got this button down here for an igniter. All right, so if you look down there, that's how the flame gets lit up, or the gas lights. So really easy. You've got a thermocouple on both of these, which is the little prong of metal sticking up at the back. Exactly the same as you have in the grill as well. So what that means is, if the flame was on, the thermocouple will notice, and if the flame gets blown out by the wind or somebody blowing it out, then the thermocouple will stop loads of excess gas coming into the van. So, you know, it's just plain and simple really, but they all work as they should. You have got it's actually a grill / oven, this one. It is small, but it is both. You've got a light inside there, so that's over at the back. That's from this right hand button, and then the ignition for the grill and the oven is this one here. All right, now that will only work as well. You can't ignite it if the door is up like this. All right, so it won't do anything until you got it down. So I don't know if you can hear it. That's basically a little switch allowing this button to work. So the reason for that is that you obviously shouldn't use a grill if the door's closed. So especially if it's such a small enclosed space, you know. So that's why they do that. So yeah, that's pretty simple. That's all that, you know. I don't really need to show you how to use that. You just hold the igniter in and then push over to the right for the grill, or push over to the left for the oven, whilst holding the igniter down. But again, like I said, that all works as it should. Right, let me just get a bit of space so I can show you in the gas locker. So it's again really simple in here. All I've had to do is replace this hose. All right, I haven't had to do anything special. The regulator was in date, and you know, perfectly fine. So all I need to show you really in this particular van is anti-clockwise round to the left turns this on. So that turns your regulator on, so that's allowing gas to come through into the van now. And just a tip, if you go to turn that on and you turn it all the way on until you can't really go any further, not really tight or anything, but I can't go any further that way now. When I come back to it, if I've forgotten which way I need to go, I'll come back to it and think, oh, which way to go, and it'll only actually go one way anyway, so you know that that's definitely the way to go off. So clockwise round to the right is off. Okay, so that's the gas off, and then I've got that strap around it, so it's not going to move anywhere. Over here, not really got anything to show you, to be honest. It's not. I suppose there's a little bit of storage under there. Okay, so you've got a three-way fridge. All right, it's a Dometic fridge. So you've got 12 volt. So that's your leisure battery, is the red button. 240, so that's your hookup. That's the green button. And then over on the right-hand side is all the gas. So you don't have to worry about this dial here. You can leave that on 7 all the time. So the fridge will either get cold on its own via the hookup, so the green switch, or the gas. It won't get cold on its own via the 12 volt. And that's because the element isn't big enough in the back of the fridge. The 12 volt just holds the temperature. So if you're going to go away on holiday, the night before, for example, is the best way to do it really. If you light the fridge up either on gas or switch it on the 240 with the hookup cable plugged in, and leave it on all night with all your stuff in it, then by the morning you can just switch it over to the 12 volt switch, and then when you get to where you're going, everything will still be freezing cold inside. That's how they have to work. They're all the same. But that's it. So let me just show you how to use it on gas. It probably won't light up because I've not got the gas turned on. So the way you use it, again, piezo igniter, just like the 2-burner hob. You just push in like that, whilst pushing in sorry, I'm using the wrong hand really. Pushing in and holding up there. Okay, so you push in and hold up there towards this big flame whilst holding down the button. And then eventually you get that to light up. Holding it in still whilst you're lighting it. Once you see it light up down there in this little peephole, you can then let out from there. And if it stays lit, keep your eye on it for 10 seconds or so. If it stays lit, then you can let go of that and just sort of leave it to it, leave it to do its thing. These fins up here are just basically cooling the fridge down, and you've also got a large fin inside here which cools down this freezer section as well. So that's where you put your sort of, your ice packs and all that kind of stuff inside there. Lock that up by pushing that button in there, wherever it is, like that, and then to release it, push the green switch in. Alright, so that's how the fridge works. Right, so let's see what else we've got. These cupboards are quite clever. Lift all the way up and it folds down inside. Push it up a bit further. Oh, I have to replace that. But that's basically how it works. You just lift it up a little bit further and then it'll fall out like that. But I'll replace that one so it's not because it's, oh yeah, there you go. You see it's split apart there now. Right, I'll sort that out. Yeah, so that's how that works anyway. You undo that and then it just opens up. Bits for the front windscreen. So basically like a mesh screen for that. Foil screen, sorry. I don't think there's much else to show you, to be honest. So the main things you want to do, obviously, like I said, is just turn the gas off before you go, before you start driving. Fridge, piezo igniter whilst pushing in and holding up at the top there. Release it slowly, keep your eye on it, and then you can, leave it alone. 2-burner hob with the piezo ignition. Igniter down there will only work when the front door of it is open. All of your extras are in here as well. I just need to put the awning back in here in a minute. I'll just put that out there just so I can sort of get in the van and show you around it. But all of the lights work. Everything works as it should. Nothing dodgy in here at all. It actually flew through the hab check yesterday, but obviously I missed that little catch there, so I'll replace that now. Yeah, let's see if there's anything up here. So this switch in here basically just does your sort of TV bits and pieces. If you wanted to use a TV, you can do. Aerial runs directly down to here, so that's already all plugged in. That's not, you don't have to do anything with that. And then your TV actually sits under here, so it's all sort of hooked up already and working. Yeah, that's it. Pretty easy, really. That's about all there is to it. I think there's not a load of fancy bits and pieces that I need to explain to you, because it's all nice and easy and quite straightforward. Really well laid out as well, I think, personally. Yeah, nice little van actually. So I think I've pretty much gone through everything I can. If you think I've missed anything out, then obviously let us know. But otherwise, I look forward to seeing you soon to collect your van. Thanks very much.